didn't know if he was okay, I didn't know if he was dead, I didn't know if he'd broken any bones, I didn't know if anyone else had been hurt. He could have ended up on the windscreen, he could have ended up under a car. And the bike did slightly go under the car. He was lucky he came off the bike.
I saw the footage on the BBC News website and on social media and also in newspapers, and I was absolutely horrified. Mother of 2 children and a police officer. It was shocking, it really was shocking.
The impact of such a stupid game could have been a loss of life in so many situations. So my name's Lesley. I am the mother of Paul, who was the boy in the car crash video. Paul's friend was recording it on a camera on his head and posted it onto Instagram, and it went viral within minutes. And before I'd even got a phone call that he'd been hit by a car, I was shown it on Instagram by my other son.
There was a group of children who were cycling down the road coming down towards this junction here, and they cycled in front of a car, and one of the children that was on the bike decided to swerve in front of the car. He didn't swerve soon enough, which caused him to be knocked off the bike by the car.
I was thinking, I just need to see him, I need to know that he's okay, I need to cuddle him, and I need to just love him and make him better. And then when he walked through the door and looked at me, I just thought, you're so stupid. I just genuinely can't believe how stupid you are. He lost his granddad in a car accident and he lost his niece in a car accident. So I thought that his road safety was a lot better than that.
This is not a game you want to play. You versus a car, you are not going to come off best. Your skull is like an eggshell which is just going to break. And for me, it doesn't make sense.
His bike was absolutely destroyed. Yeah, he needed a new bike. He didn't get a new bike. He's going to have to earn himself a new bike. The car was totally destroyed. It was £1,200 to fix the car, but obviously Paul being a youngster, being 15, he's not insured. You're not insured when you're driving a bike, so that price fell on me to pay for them costs. I had to have all his car resprayed, new bonnet, new bumpers, so it cost a lot of money, as well as a lot of shock, a lot of time, and he's had to have time off school time, I've had to have time off work, so it did end up costing a lot of money as well.
This is not playing with your mates, having a laugh and, potentially injuring yourself and killing yourself, which is ultimately what could happen. This chap was very lucky. He came out of it with bruises, but actually he could have died that day, and it could have been me knocking on his parents' door to say, actually, your child's just been killed.
He was so lucky to have come out of that with just severe bruising. And he was only lucky because the driver had slowed down so much. The driver was going probably at like less than 5 miles an hour at the time. He was vigilant, he was watching the road. If the driver had turned the other way, he would have hit a wall. He could have killed anyone in that car. There was a baby in that car. There was a pregnant lady in that car.
Potentially, if they'd have swerved out the way to get out of the way of the cyclist, if they'd had a chance, then potentially they could have all been injured. She could have gone into early labour. You're affecting other people by your actions, and you need to think about it.
Where he fell, if you watch the video, his hand hit the floor and was about that far away from the wheel. That wheel could have sucked him under the car. He was so lucky. It could kill you. You could literally be there.
And when you're cycling on the streets and you choose to do something as stupid as this, potentially you're not just the only victim, you've also got the family in the car who've got to live with that for the rest of their life if you're killed or seriously injured.
I would say, please, think, if you're not even thinking about yourself, think about who's in that car. That baby, she was newly pregnant, that baby could have died from the shock that she had of someone hitting her car.
In the last 2 years, there's been a 4% rise in cyclists that have been injured. That's 2% each year. That is only going to rise due to the amount of cars that are on the road, and with this ridiculous game that's being played by children, you really need to think about it and think whether this is the right thing for you to do.
I just don't want anyone else getting hurt. I don't want any other kids thinking that it's a cool game or, I can do it better. I'll be able to swerve the car. I'll be able to get closer to the car. Understand that this game is stupid. Understand that this could have had real serious consequences. It's not a good game to be playing.
For what you consider to be 10 seconds of fun can actually impact you for the rest of your life, your family, and also other people that are in the cars.